You have the lineup card ready? You haven't turned it in yet?
Okay, Shabbat Shalom, everybody. And Stella, we're going to invite Stella to come lead us in Shacharit. Stella, kind of over here. And we're going to continue our service on page 147, Shochein Ad. It's about a third of the way down the page. And Stella is the first woman to lead Shacharit, not the cantor, right, in the refreshed sanctuary. So good job, Stella. Okay.
Shochein Ad Marom V'Kadosh Shemo V'chatuv ranenu tzadikim ba'Adonai la yesharim nava tehila befi yesharim titalal uvdivrei tzadikim titbarach uvelshon hasidim titrama Uve kerev kedoshim titkadash Uvmakahalot rivevot amchad beit Yisrael Shekein hovat kol chayitzurim lefanecha Adonai Eloheinu velohei avotenu ve'imotenu Lehodot, lechalel, leshabeach, lepaer, leromem, lechader, levarech, leale, ulekales. Al kol divrei shirot pehot David ben Yishai, Avdecha Meshichecha, Yishtabach Shimcha La'ad Malkeinu. Bracha v'chodaot me'ata ve'ad olam. Baruch atah Adonai el melech gadol batishbachot. El ha'odaot Adonai hiplaot. Haboher b'shimrei zimrach. Melech el hei ha'olamim. Yitgadal ve'yitkadash shemei rabbah ve'alma divrach yirutei ve'alich malchutei ve'chayechon uve'almechon uv'chayei techot beit Yisrael ba'gala uvinzman kari ve'imeru Amen. Yehi shmei rabbah mevorach le'olam u'almei almayam Yitbarach ve'yishtabach ve'yitbar ve'yitramam ve'yitnaseh ve'yitadar ve'yitaleh ve'yitalal Shmei dekudesha brichu le'elam mikol birchata ve'shirata tushbechata ve'nechemata Da'amira be'oma v'imeru. Amen.
Please rise for the Baruch Hu, our call to prayer, which is on page, Stella, what page is it on?
149.
Thank you.
Baruch Hu et Adonai Hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Yotzer Or Uvorei Choshech Osei Shalom Uvorei Et HaKol.
We can all be seated.
Ein ke'erkecha ve'ein zulatecha, efes biltecha umi dom melach. Ein ke'erkecha Adonai Eloheinu ba'olam hazeh, ve'ein zulatecha malkeinu lechaye ha'olam haba. Efes biltecha goelinu limot hamashiach, ve'ein dom melech hamoshienu litiyat hametim.
We continue with El Adon, and Stella, you want everyone to clap along with you?
Sure.
All right, clap along with Stella. Dad? Probably not.
El Adon al kol hama'asim baruch umvora befi kol neshama godlo vetuvo male olam da'at udvuna sovevimoto. Hamid Ga'el Ahayot HaKodesh V'nedar Bechavot Al HaMerkava Zechutu Misho Lifnei Chisod Hesed V'rachamim Lifnei Kevodo Tovim Me'oro Shebara Eloheinu Yezara Beda'at Beth Uvaske koa ugvura natan bahem liyot moshlim bekerev tevel maleim ziv umefikim noga na eziva bechoha olam semehim betzetam besasim bevoam Osim be'emaretzon konam Pe'er v'chava notnim lit Sohola verina lezecher malchuto Kara la shemesh va'yizra ora Ve'hitkin surat halavanam Shevat notnim lo Kol zeva marom tiferet ugedula seraphim ve'ofanim ve'chayot hakodesh. La el asher shavat mikol hama'asim. Titbarach Mosheinu al shevach ma'aseh yadecha ve'al ma'orei or she'asita yiferucha sela. Titbarach Zureinu Malkeinu v'go aleinu borei kedoshim. וכולם פותחים את פיהם בקדושה ובתורה, בשירה ובזמרה. ומברכים ומשבחים ומפארים ומעריצים ומקדישים וממליכים את שם האל.
We're in the middle of 153.
להקדיש ליוצרם בנחת רוח, בשפר ברוח ומין וירא קדושם, כולם כאחד, עונים ואומרים בירח, קדוש, 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 אדוני צבאות, מלוך הארץ כבודו. והאופנים וחיות הקודש, ברעש גדול מן השאים, לעומת שרפים, לעומתם, משבחים ואומרים, ברוך כבוד אדוני ממקומו. לאל ברוך נעימו תיתנו.
And we're in the last two lines of page 153, Or Chadash. It's our hope that a new light, an Or Chadash, will illumine Zion. And I think that's a beautiful idea or a beautiful image as we approach the high holidays, the concept of new light, of allowing to approach life with the ability to embrace newness, that we all have to make changes in our life, that we all continue to evolve. And that when we do that, when we allow the new light to shine, that we give ourselves a chance to fulfill a life of blessing. Or Chadash towards the bottom of page 153.
Or Chadash al Tzion ta'ir v'nizkeh kulanu mehera le'orot. Baruch atah Adonai yotzer chame'oro.
And we gather at Tzitzit in preparation for the Shema. Estelle leads us in Ahava Rabbah on page 154.
Ahava Rabbah ahavtanu. V'havienu l'shalom me'arba kanfo ha'aretz v'tolichenu komemiyut le'artzenu ki el po el Yeshuotata uvanu v'charta micholam veloshon v'keiravtanu l'shimcha chagadol sela sela be'emet lehodot lecha Uyachecha be'ahava. Baruch atah Adonai haboher b'yom Yisrael be'ahava.
Amen. The Shema, page 155.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol me'odecha v'chayu הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברתם בם בשיטתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ושוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לעוד על ידיך, וחיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך.
We continue silently on page 156.
Adonai Elohechem Emet.
Page 157, the second line.
Ledor vador hu kayam ushmo kayam vehison nachon umalchuto ve'emunato la'ad kayamet. Podenu umatidlenu me'olam shemach ein Elohim zulatecha. Ezrat avotenu ve'imotenu atahu me'olam.
We're in the middle of page 158.
Tehilot le'el elyon baruch hu omvorach Moshe u'Miriam u'vnei Yisrachel lecha anu shira besimcha rabba ve'amru chulam. Mi chamocha ba'ali Adonai, mi kamocha ne'edar ba'kodesh, nora tehilot o seifele, nora tehilot o seifele, shira hadasha, shibihu ge'uli, li'eshamta al safa hayam. Yachad chulam hodu v'chim lebru ge'omri Adonai yimlo le'olam va'ed. Zur Yisrael kuma be'ezrat Yisrael uvdei kinumecha v'huda ve'Yisrael. Go aleinu, Adonai tzvaot shemo, Kedosh Yisrael, Baruch atah Adonai, Gal Yisrael.
Stella is going to lead us in the Amidah, which can be found beginning on page 159. We'll daven the first three brachot all together, led by Stella, and then we'll continue silently.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu ve'imotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak v'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rahel v'Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanora El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim Vekonei Hakol Vezocher Hasde Avot Ve'imahot Umevigo El Livnei V'neihem Lema'an Shemo Be'ahava Melech Ozer Ufokei Umashia Umagen Baruch atah Adonai Magen Avraham Ufokei Sarah Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai Mechaye Meitim Atah Rav Lechoshia Mechokel Chayim Bechesed Mechaye Meitim Berachamim Ramim Somech Noflim Verochel Holim Umatir Asurim Umekayem Emunato Lishanei Afar Michamochal Baal Givurot Umido Melech Melech Mimit Umechayem Umatzmiat Yeshua V'ne'eman atah lechahayot meitim Baruch atah Adonai Mechayecha meitim
Page 161.
Nekadesh et shimcha ba'olam Keshem shmakti shimoto Bishmei marom Kakatuval yaneviecha V'karazeh elzeh ve'amar Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh Adonai Tsevaot Meloch ha'aretz kevodo Az bekorash gadol Adir v'chazak mishinko Mi naseim le'umat serafim Le'umatam baruch yomeru Baruch kevod Adonai mimekomo Mimkomcha malkeinu tofia V'timloch aleinu kimechakim Anachnu la Matai timloch b'tzion Bekarov be'amenu Le'olam va'ed tishkon Tithadav v'titkadash Betoch Yerushalayim ircha Ledor vador Ulenetzach netzachim Ve'einei notir enach Malchutecha Kadavar ha'amur Beshimrei uzecha Al yad David Meshiach sid kechad Yimloch Adonai le'olam Elochai Yitzion Ledor vador Hallelujah Ledor vador Ledor vador Ledor vador Nagi God lecham Ledor vador Ledor vador Ledor vador Nagi God lecham Ulenetzach Ulenetzach netzachim, ulenetzach netzachim, Kedushata, Kedushata, Nagdish. Ulenetzach netzachim, ulenetzach netzachim, Kedushata, Kedushata, Nagdish. Ledor vador, Ledor vador, Ledor vador, Nagid God lecha. Ledor vador, Ledor vador, Ledor vador, Nagid God lecha. Veshimchacha Eloheinu mi pinu lo yamush leolam va'ed. Ki el melech gadol gadol v'kadosh gadol v'kadosh atah. Baruch atah Adonai ha'el ha'kadosh. Yitkadal ve'yitkadash shemei Rabbah. Be'alma divrach hirute ve'amlich malchute be'chayechon uve'almechon uvchaye dechot beit Israel ba'agala uvinzman kari ve'imeru. Amen. Yehi shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam lo me'almaya yitbarach. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitale v'yitala shmei de kudesha brichu le'elam yiko birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damira be'alma v'imeru. Amen. Tidkal ba'ot selotahon uva'utechon dechol Yisrael kodam avuchon divishmael v'imeru. Amen. Yehi shlama Rabba Mishemaya v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imeru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'mroma hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel v'imeru. Amen.
Stella, I just want to say that we celebrated your bat mitzvah in this room. It looked a little different just a few months ago in the beginning of May. And as proud as I was of you on that day, and that day I think we were all truly proud, I am just as proud, if not even more proud, right now. And the reason for that, Stella, is that too often people misunderstand what a bar or bat mitzvah is. They think of it as a goodbye party, and we think of it as a welcome party. But Stella, you're someone who understands that your bat mitzvah was an opportunity to begin your relationship with Judaism, to begin embracing our tradition from a more mature perspective. And you've embraced that so beautifully over the past several months, whether it's leading services, and I know you're also going to lead some prayers on the high holidays along with Julian, to volunteering in the JLC, where you are one of our gifted madrichot. You are one of our gifted teacher helpers, and it is just a pleasure to watch you embrace Judaism and to see how important Judaism and Adat Ariel is to you and to your life and to the life of your entire family. So I just want to say Yesher Koach, and I know I echo everyone's sentiment here when we just convey that we really are just feel really blessed to have you with us today and every day. So Yesher Koach and Shana Tova. May it be a great year for you and for your entire family.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So go downstairs or this way.
We're going to continue with Seder Kriyat HaTorah with our Torah service on page 168. Page 168, our Torah service.
Ein kamocha va'Elohim Adonai, v'ein kema'asecha, malchutecha malchut kol olamim, וממשלתך בכל דור ודור. אדוני מלך, אדוני מלך, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. אדוני עוז לעמו ייתן, אדוני יברך את עמו בשלום. Av harachamim heitiv avirtzonecha et Zion tifnei chomot Yerushalayim tifnei chomot Yerushalayim כי בך לבד בטחנו, מלך רם ונישא, אדון עולמים.
Please rise. Inside? No, go inside. Pull one. Go ahead, pull it. And then do the other one if it doesn't. There you go, buddy. Just come step out. No, go all the way. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, all the way. Yank. There you go. Oh, the other way. Perfect. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Oh, good job. Now come stand over here.
ויהי בנשוא הארון, ויאמר משה, קומה אדוני, ויפוצו אויביך, וינוסו משנאיך מפניך. כי מציון תצא תורה, כי מציון תצא תורה, ודבר אדוני מירושלים. ברוך שנתן תורה תורה, ברוך שנתן תורה תורה, לעמו ישראל בקדושתו.
We continue on the bottom of page 170.
We continue on the page 170.
Pei beyanarachetz velishme kadisha kadisha yakira ana emar tushbechan beyanarachetz beyanarachetz velishme kadisha kadisha yakira ana emar tushbechan yehi rava kodamach detiftach libi bioraita v'tashli mishalin delibi v'liba decholamach Yisrael letav ulechayin velishlam. Amen.
Okay, come here, Alana. Go stand in the center of there. Hold it over. Go ahead. Okay, Alana. Stand right there. Right here. Where's the phone? You want this one too? Yeah. Okay, where's Isaac? Isaac's at home? All right. Okay. Could he stand next to you to be Torah? Yeah. Okay. You gotta smile. Hey, you gotta smile. You gotta smile.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai
Echad Eloheinu Gadol Adonenu Kadosh Shemo. Okay, let's turn around and face the ark, okay? Turn around and face the ark. Gadlu l'Adonai iti uneromema shemo yachdav lecha Adonai hagidula ve'agivura ve'atiferet ve'anetzach ve'ahod ki chol b'shamayim u'ba'aretz ki chol b'shamayim u'ba'aretz lecha Adonai hamamlach
Alana, come everyone else.
v'yamid na'aseh lechol lerosh romimu romimu Adonai Eloheinu Vehishtachavu lehadom raglav kadoshu Romimu Adonai Eloheinu Vehishtachavu lehar kodsho Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romimu Adonai Eloheinu Ve'ishtachavu Lehar kodsho Romimu Adonai Eloheinu Ve'ishtachavu Lehar kodsho Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romimu Oh ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romimu Oh Romimu Adonai Eloheinu Ve'ishtachavu Lehar kodsho Romimu Adonai Eloheinu Vehishtachavu Lehar Kodsho.
Shabbat Shalom. We appreciate all of our assistants with the Torahs this morning. Good job, Alana. Okay, Alana will be back. Good morning, everyone. Today we read a double Torah portion, and it's interesting that in these two parshiot, which are sort of at the tail end of the book of Deuteronomy, in fact, they're the penultimate parshiot, the two parshiot that we read for the second to last Shabbat of the year. That's actually very complicated, before Simchat Torah. Forget what I just said. Don't worry about that. That made no sense. Don't worry about it. But here's what I want to say is that in the Torah portion, Moses has a rather dim view of humanity, specifically the Jewish people. Sure, he says to them, Chazak ve'amatz, be strong and resolute, which is actually a blessing that he wishes for Joshua as well, who is his successor. But this is going very well right now. I feel like I'm really connecting with all of you, meaningful teachings. You're going to remember this one for a long time. Good. Anyway, yada, yada, blah, blah, blah. And
Keep going.
yeah,
I was
okay.
listening.
You were listening. Okay. So anyway, Moses says to the people, Chazak ve'amatz, be strong and resolute, which parenthetically is after someone who is Sephardic has an aliyah. You don't say yesher koach to that person. You say Chazak ve'amatz, be strong and resolute. But it's interesting that Moses offers that because Moses has doubts whether the people are actually able to be strong and resolute. You can read woven throughout the fabric of this narrative is clearly Moses and even God's doubt that this is a stiff-necked people that won't be able to successfully navigate the challenges that await them in the promised land. And so we're kind of left with the Bible thinking, like, what's up with Moses? Now, understandably, Moses had a long journey. I mean, he led these people through 40 years. He's 120 years old, and he's a little bit grumpy, understandably so. The rabbis have a different take on humanity than the one that's expressed, at least in these two Torah portions, which is more fitting with the task in front of us over the high holidays. The rabbis say, look, most people are okay. And most people, well, all people do good things, and all people do things that they regret. And the importance of that, actually, we're like humanity, where, according to the rabbis, we're created with two inclinations. There's the Yetzer HaTov, which is the good inclination, and then there's the Yetzer Hara, which is the evil inclination, and it kind of functions like a suspension bridge, right? Where one side is pulling and the other side is pulling, and at the end you sort of have this achieved. The high holidays is the opportunity for us to kind of center ourselves so the Yetzer HaTov, the good inclination, can begin to just be a little bit more successful than the Yetzer Hara, the evil inclination. Our tradition recognizes that we are not perfect beings, that we're probably better than Moses depicts us in these two Torah portions, but we are certainly not angelic. But the goal in front of us is to allow ourselves to do the best that we can. Not to say that we're going to be perfect, but if we could be just a little bit better next year than we were this year, if we can look at one area of our life. There's that famous book that everyone's reading, we're studying it actually as a staff, called Atomic Habits by James Clear. Sometimes we're overwhelmed and we think that change needs to happen, I'll never eat a carbohydrate again, right? And change doesn't really work that way. Incrementalism, slow and steady change, a change that recognizes that we are pulled in many different directions, that's change that's achievable, a change that is realizable, and a change that can actually help us live better lives. Shabbat Shalom.
Torah reading begins on page 1165, chapter 29, verse 9.
ויעזור ויגן ויושיע לכל החסים בו ונאמר אמן. הכל אבוקות אלוהינו תנו כבוד לתורה יעמוד הדר בן עמנואל ורות ראשון ברוך שנתן תורה לעמו ישראל בקדושתו ואתם הדבקים באדוני אלוהיכם חיים כולכם היום.
ברכו את אדוני המבורך. ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר בחר בנו מכל העמים ונתן לנו את תורתו. ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה.
אמן. אתם ניצבים היום כולכם לפני אדוני אלוהיכם, ראשיכם, שבטיכם, זקניכם ושוטריכם, כל איש ישראל, טפכם נשיכם, טפכם נשיכם וגרך אשר בקרב מחנך, מחוטב עצך עד שואב ממך. לעוברך בברית אדוני אלוהיך ובעלתו אשר אדוני אלוהיך כורת עמך היום.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר נתן לנו תורת אמת וחיי עולם נטע בתוכנו. ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה.
Torah reading continues, verse 12, page 1165.
You're good. יעמוד דוד ישראל בן שמואל אליעזר ואסתר שני.
ברכו את אדוני המבורך. ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר בחר בנו מכל העמים ונתן לנו את תורתו. ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה.
אמן. למען הקימותך היום לעולם והוא יהיה לך לאלוהים כאשר דיבר לך וכאשר נשבע לאבותיך לאברהם ליצחק וליעקב ולא איתכם לבדכם. אנוכי כורת את הברית הזאת ואת העלה הזאת כי את אשר ישנו פה עמנו עמד היום לפני אדוני אלוהינו ואת אשר איננו פה עמנו היום.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר נתן לנו תורת אמת בחיי עולם נטע בתוכנו. ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה.
אמן.
The Torah reading continues, page 1166, verse 15.
יעמדו, I didn't see you come up. מרדכי בן שלמה וצירל ויהודית, בת שושנה ויצחק לעלייה השלישית.
ברכו את אדוני המבורך. Baruch Adonai Vorach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Asher Bachar Banu Mikol Ha'amim V'nahatan Lanu Et Torato. Baruch Ata Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen. Ki atem yedatem et asher yashavnu be'eretz Mitzrayim ve'et asher avarnu bekeref hagoyim asher avartem v'tir'u et shikutzehem et gilulehem et tzva even kesef ezahav asher imahem pen yesh bachem ish o isha O mishpacha o shevet asher levavo foneh Adonai me'im Adonai hayom me'im Adonai Eloheinu lalechet le'avod et Eloheim hagoyim hahem pen yesh bachem shoresh poreh rosh v'la'anah V'haya b'shomo et divrei ha'alah hazot v'hitbarech bilvavo lemor shalom yihye li ki bishvirot libi elech למען שפות הרבה את הצמאה. לא יובא אדוני סולח לו, כי אז יעשן אף אדוני בקנאתו באיש ההוא ורע בצוו כל העלה. וכל העלה הכתובה בספר הזה, ומחה אדוני את שמו מתחת השמיים, והבדילו אדוני לרעה מכל שבטי ישראל, ככל עלות הברית הכתובה בספר התורה הזה. ואמר הדור האחרון, בניכם אשר יקומו מאחריהם, והנוכרי אשר יבוא מארץ רחוקה, וראו את מכות הארץ ההיא, את החלואיה, אשר חילה אדוני בה, גופרית ומלח, שרפה כל ארצה, לא תזרע ולא תצמיח, ולא יעלה בה כל עשב, כמקפחת סדום ועמורה, אדמה וצבויים, אשר הפך אדוני באפו ובחמתו. ואמרו כל הגויים על מה עשה אדוני כאחת לארץ הזאת, מחורי האף הגדול הזה. ואמרו על אשר עזבו את כל ברית אדוני אלוהי אבותם, אשר קראתם אותם בהוצאי אותם מארץ מצרים, וילכו ויעבדו אלוהים אחרים וישתחוו להם, אלוהים אשר לא ידעום ולא חלק להם. ויחר אף אדוני בארץ ההיא, להביא עליה את כל הקללה הכתובה בספר הזה. ויתשם אדוני מאדמתם באף ובחמה ובקצף גדול, וישליכם אל ארץ אחרת כיום הזה. הנסתרות לאדוני אלוהינו, והנגלאות לנו ולבנינו עד עולם, לעשות את כל דברי התורה הזאת.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר נתן לנו תורת אמת, וחיי עולם נטע בתוכנו. ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה.
I just want to say, first of all, a yesher koach to you, David Gruber, and it's just good to see you back in the sanctuary here with us. And we know that it's been a a little bit of a battle, but we are so happy that you're feeling better and that you're with us. For those of you who don't know, David is one of our weekday Minions foundational members, and you're there every morning along with several others, helping make that a welcoming, special space for all those in need of prayer opportunities. So thank you for being there. Are you back to drinking scotch?
Yeah, I even have my stuff.
Oh, look at those. Those are nice. I have I have polka dots, but you have yeah, those are nice. Wow. Oh, good. What? There's a double malt?
Yes, absolutely.
Wow, that's a tough week, huh? It's a double malt. Okay. All right. Well, yesher koach to you, and then also to Jill and Marty. I just wanted to say specifically in referencing Jill, Marty, you're going to rest on her laurels for a moment, which is that we're so happy your involvement. I've really enjoyed your work, particularly a committee you chaired several years back. I thought you guys did a pretty good job on that. But I'm so happy. Jill is a member of our Fourth Friday committee. And Fourth Fridays is an effort being led by our wonderful student rabbi, Jill Gold-Wright, to have an engaging adult-themed Friday night where there's dinner, and we address all different themes that are of significance in our society. So this, Jill, you want to give a little plug? What's happening the first week of...
Shabbat Shalom. Thank you. Hi, Shabbat Shalom, everybody. On Friday night, September the 29th, will be our first Fourth Friday of the year. And we're welcoming the Midnight Mission, which is the shelter for the unhoused on Skid Row, into our sukkah. So we'll have Shabbat services, and then we'll have a lovely kind of Sukkot-themed meal. I saw the menu: butternut squash, pomegranate seeds, yummy stuff like that. And then the CEO and the Director of Communications and a longtime board member of the Midnight Mission will come and speak to us about the situation of the unhoused in Los Angeles. So please come and join us. It promises to be a really wonderful evening. Thanks. Shabbat Shalom.
And so Jill is working on that committee. Another committee that Jill is spearheading, along with Gary Wexler and Lena LeBeau, is our it's a group called Holy Disagreements. It's an opportunity for people to gather in a safe space to begin having difficult dialogues together. And you'll hear a little bit more about that in my sermon on Rosh Hashanah, but I'm really happy, Jill, that you're working on all these incredibly important initiatives for our community, and your continued volunteerism is really an inspiration to us all. So yesher koach to you. And Marty, you're a pretty good guy too. Okay. Oh, that's right, Marty. You can't. No, and Minyan, and also Camp Rosh Hashanah. Okay, good. Okay, all right. Let's continue. Why don't we? What are we all standing around for here?
If you keep talking, I don't have to do announcements at the end of this service. So that works for me. You hear my voice too much already. Ta'amod.
Yael Tzipora,
Bat Moshe HaKohen, V'Yehudit, V'Chazan Yehudit, Dina, Le'aliyah Revi'it.
Torah reading continues on page 1169, verse 30, chapter 30, verse 1.
Baruch hu et Adonai Hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Asher Bachar Banu Mikol Ha'amim V'natan Lanu Et Torato. Baruch Ata Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen. V'haya ki yavo'u alecha kol hadvarim ha'ele habaracha v'haklala ha'asher natati lefanecha v'hashevota el levavecha b'chol hagoyim asher hidichacha Adonai Elohecha shama V'shavta ad Adonai Elohecha v'shamata v'kolo kechol asher anochi mitzavecha hayom atem b'fata uvanecha v'chol levavcha v'chol nafshecha v'shav Adonai Elohecha et shvutecha v'richamecha v'shav v'kibetzcha mikol ha'amim asher hifitzcha Adonai Elohecha shama.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torat emet v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Yamod
Shalom ben Aharon v'Chana.
Shalom ben Aharon v'Chana la'aliyah ha'chamishit. Hold on. After Shama.
Baruch hu et Adonai hamvorach. Baruch Adonai Baruch Le'olam Va'ed Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Asher Bachar Banu Mikol Ha'amim V'Natan Lanu Et Torato Baruch Ata Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen. Imihi enidachacha b'ksei hashamayim misham yikibetzcha Adonai Elohecha umisham yikachecha vehevi'acha Adonai Elohecha el haaretz asher yarshu avotecha v'rishtam v'hetivcha v'hirbecha me'avotecha Umahal Adonai Elohecha El levavecha v'et levav zarecha li'ahava et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha lema'an chayecha.
Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Asher Natan Lanu Torah Emet V'Chayei Olam Nata B'Tochenu Baruch Ata Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen. We want to wish a Yesher Koach and also a Bahatzlacha to Ronit Aronoff, who is Yael. Yeah.
Easy to mix them up.
Yeah, that's right. To Yael, who is in her final year of studies at this. Oh, hi, Ronit. Who's in her final year of study at the Ziegler Rabbinical School and is serving as a rabbinic intern at VBS down the block. And also this, can I let everyone know? Yeah. So this is, Yael is serving UCLA Hillel, leading high holiday services for the first time in a rabbinic capacity. So she's led, so if actually what could happen here is, isn't your dad giving the drash? Yeah. So like we could bump him and then you can try out your material heel and we'll kind of like be like the taste, we'll be like the test audience for it. Okay, but your dad's okay with that. Anyway, we want to just wish you Bahatzlacha. We know that the students at UCLA Hillel are really privileged and blessed to have your leadership as well as your sister's leadership over the coming holidays, and that you'll both provide beautiful and meaningful prayer opportunities for UCLA. So Yesher Koach and Bahatzlacha. You're welcome. And then I also want to say a Yesher Koach to Stephen Fox. Stephen is helping us spearhead an initiative to have our teenagers, like Stella came back and led services, to encourage our teenagers to lead parts of the service that they feel comfortable. And he is working with Rabbi Holtzman and Cantor Aronoff on that initiative. So we want to thank Stephen. We know that participation in services is something that's near and dear to your heart, and we appreciate that, enthusiasm for this cause in particular.
The Torah reading continues on page 1170, verse 7.
Rabbi, I'll get to you. Ya'amod harav
Yosef ben Yitzchak Halevi.
Yosef ben Yitzchak Halevi la'aliyah hashishit.
Adonai Machem. Barechu et Adonai Borach. Baruch Adonai Borach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. V'natan Adonai Elohecha et kol ha'alot ha'ele al oivecha v'yason echal asher edafucha ve'ata tashuv v'shamata v'kol Adonai asita et kol mitzvotav asher anochi mitzavecha hayom v'hotircha Adonai Elohecha b'chol ma'aseh yadecha b'fri vitnecha u'b'fri v'hemtecha u'b'fri admatecha l'tova ki yashuv Adonai lasus alecha l'tov ka'asher sahas al avotecha ki tishma b'kol Adonai Elohecha lishmor mitzvotav v'chukotav haktuva b'sefer haTorah hazeh ki tashuv el Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha.
Emet Toratenu HaKadosha. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torato, Torat Emet. V'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Okay, let's see if we were all paying attention. What do we say to Rabbi Levi after he's Sephardic? So what do we say instead of Yesher Koach? Chazak ve'amatz.
Torah reading continues on page 1170, verse 11.
Ya'amod
Mendel Sholem ben Eliezer David.
Mendel Shlomo ben Eliezer David
Besura Leah.
B'sura Leah la'aliyah hashvi'it.
Baruch hu et Adonai Hamvorach. Baruch Adonai V'rach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Ki hamitzvah hazot asher anochi mitzavecha hayom lo nifleit hi mimacha v'lo rechoka hu hi lo vashamayim hi lemor mi ya'alelanu hashamayma v'yekacheha lanu v'yashmi'inu otah v'na'asena Velo me'ever layam hi lemor mi'avar lanu el ever hayom vayekacheha lanu vayashmi'inu otah v'na'asena ki karov elecha hadavar me'od beficha uvilvavecha la'asoto.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torat emet v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah. Thank you.
Hi, Rabbi. He wants us to rise. I know. Yid gadol v'yid kadash shemei Rabba Yamad yivrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei b'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael Bahagala Uvizman kariv imeru. Amen. Yehi shmei Rabba mevorach le'olam le'omei omaya. Yitbarach, Vishtabach, Vitpar, Vitraman, Vitnase, Vitadar, Vitale, Vitalal, Shmei de Kudisha, Brechu Liela, Mikol Berchata Vishirata, Tush Bechata Venechemata, Damiran Be'alma Be'imeru. Amen. Ta'amod Liora bat Yerachmiel Moshe V'Tzipora Maftir.
Baruch et Adonai Hamvorach. Baruch Adonai Baruch Leolam Va'ed. Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Asher Bachar Banu Mikol Amim V'Natan Lanu Et Torato. Baruch Ata Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen. Ki hamitzvah hazot asher anochi mitzavecha hayom lo niflet hi mimecha velo rechoka hi lo vashamayim hi lemor mi ya'ale lanu hashamayma vayikacheha lanu vayashmienu otaha v'na'asena Velo me ever layam hi lemor mi avar lanu el ever hayom vayikach hayam vayikach halanu vayashmi enu otav v'na'asena ki karov elecha hadavar me'od beficha uvilvavecha la'asoto.
Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Asher Natan Lanu Torat Emet V'Chaye Olam Nata B'Tochenu Baruch Ata Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Yamdu Hamagbia Ve. Who is tying? Vehagolelet.
Eric, you're a little late.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Please rise for the lifting and wrapping of the Sefer Torah.
We need a chair.
Going over there.
Eitz Chaim hi lamachazikim ba v'tomchei hameushar. Eitz Chaim hi lamachazikim ba v'tomchei hameushar. Derachei darchei noam v'chol netivotei shalom. Derachei darchei noam v'chol netivotei shalom. Lai 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 lai. Somebody have the eyes. Lai 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 lai. Lai 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 lai. He's got it. He's got it. Lai 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 lai.
We can all be seated. At this point in the service, we're going to pause in our joy. There's a lot of excitement in the room. Actually, last night, this room was filled with a slightly different demographic. We had our first Family Friday of the season, and so we had our JLC service, which was really, really lovely. We had over 60 people for Shabbat dinner and services and a youth night in the lounge led by Sarah Marcus. So you guys, you should shep some nachas over here, Melinda and Susie, but she did a great job, as did Rabbi Holtzman. It was really a beautiful evening for some of our younger families. So that was great. Today is wonderful. And tonight we'll begin our Slichot service. We're having Slichot in partnership with Temple Ramat Zion in Northridge. Their Rabbi Ehud Sela, he's a wonderful man. I actually worked together with him at Sinai Temple many years ago, and he's really a great guy, and we want to do more activities with them. So this evening we'll be on the road in Northridge for Slichot, and that promises to be a beautiful service. And then we also pause and realize that even with the high holidays on the horizon in Sukkot, that there is real problems and real devastation in this world. And I'm speaking specifically today about the earthquake in Morocco and the death toll that just continues to rise by the moment. And to see all of the suffering and despair just in the past several weeks as a result of natural disasters is really frightening. And so we hope that the prayers that we offer this morning can help inspire us to open up our hearts to those who are experiencing pain, whether it's people across seas or in our own backyard, wherever they are. As Jews, it's our obligation to help. So hopefully our prayer will inspire action. And with that in mind, we're going to offer a Misha Be'erach, a prayer of healing. So if you know of someone who's in need of healing, please rise in your place. And when I look in your direction, please share the name of the people you're praying for so we can all pray on their behalf. Misha Be'erach Avotinu Avram Yitzchak v'Yaakov Sarah Rivka Rachel v'Leah Hu Yivarach v'Yirapeh et hacholim v'et. May God, who has blessed us with so much, continue to bless us in this coming year with a sweet new year. And may God and our prayers today inspire us to help all those in need of healing, all those who are experiencing suffering, including Did I miss anyone? HaKadosh Baruch Hu Yimlei Rachamim Aleichem L'Hachzikam L'Rufuatam V'Yishlach Lehem Refuah Shlema Min HaShamayim Refuat HaNefesh Refuat HaGuf B'Tok Sharei Chol Yisrael Hashtabagla B'Zman Kariv V'Nomar Amen. And may all those who are experiencing pain feel Refuah Shlema, a healing of body and soul in the coming year. And let us all say Amen. Okay, we are now going to turn to the Haftarah this morning, and we are going to have a nifty double play combination here of Stella and Leora. So Stella is going to kick us off with the blessings for the Haftarah, and then she'll turn things over to Leora, who is celebrating the 30th anniversary of her bat mitzvah. So her bat mitzvah, so it was September 11th, 1993. Just to give you perspective, I just heard a podcast that's almost 30 years to the date of the Oslo Accords. So the Oslo Accords were being signed on the White House lawn, and Leora Smith was not Leora Smith. You were Leora. Elias. Leora Elias was being called to the Torah in Canada.
Yes.
Montreal. Vancouver. Wrong side of the country. There you go. Okay. Anyway, it's our pleasure to have Stella lead us in the blessings. And the Haftarah this morning, which is from Isaiah. It's the 7th Haftarah of consolation after Tisha B'Av. And it's on the next page. Or the page at the end of the Torah report. I'll find the page in just a minute. What? 1180. Okay.
Yeah, I'm doing, yeah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar b'nvi'im tovim v'ratza v'divreihem hane'emarim be'emet Baruch atah Adonai habocher b'Torah uv'Moshe avdo uv'Yisrael amod uv'invi ha'emet v'tzedek.
Sos asis badonai tagel nafshi belohai ki hilbishani bigdayesha me'il staka ya'atani kechata yechakten pe'er uchekala ta'adeh chaleha ki haaretz totzi yatzimcha uchegana zeru'eh Tatzmiach, Ken Adonai, Adonai, Yatzmiach, Tzedakah, Tehillah, Neged Kol HaGoyim, Leman Zion Lo Echashe, Uleman Yerushalayim Lo Eshkod, Ad Yetzek, Ken Nogat Tzedakah, Ushata Kalapid Ivar, Vera'u go'im tzidkech, v'chol malachim kevodech, v'kora lecha Shem chadash asher, pi Adonai ikabenu, v'hayit ateret tiferet beyad Adonai, utzanif melucha bechav Elohayich, lo yamer, lach od azuvah, Ula'atzech lo yamer od shemama ki lecha ikare chafat ziva ula'atzecha be'ula ki chafet Adonai bach v'artzecha tiba'el ki v'al bachur betula va'aluch banaich umetzos chatan al-kala yasis alaich Elohaich Al chomotecha Yerushalayim hifkareti shomrim kol hayom v'kol halayla tamilo yecheshu hamazkirim et Adonai al damei lachem v'al titenu dami lo ad yechonen kol yasim et Yerushalayim tehila ba'aretz Nishba Adonai bimino uvizroa uzo im yeten ad deganecha od ma'acha la'oivaich ve'im yashtu b'nei nechar tiroshech asher yagad bo ki ma'asbiv יאכלוהו והללו את אדוני ומקבציו ישתהו בחצרות קודשי עברו בשערים פנו דרך העם סולו המסילה סוגלו מאבן הרימו נס על העמים הנה אדוני השמיע אל קצה הארץ אמרו לבת ציון הנה ישך בא הנה שכרו איתו ופעולתו לפניו וקראו להם את עם הקודש גאלו אדוני ולך יקרא דרושה עיר לו נעצבה מזה בא מאדום חמוץ בגדים מבצרה זה הדור בלבושו צועה ברב כוחו אני מדבר בצדקה רב להושיע מדוע אדום בלבושך ובגדך כבודך בגד הורד דרכתי לבדי ובמעמים אין איש איתי ואדרכם באפי וארמסם בחמתי ויעז נצחם על בגדו וכל מלבושי אגאלתי כי יום נקם בליבי ושנת גאולי באה ואביד ואין עוזר ואשתומם ואין סומך ותושע לי זרעי וחמתי היא שמחתני ואבוס עמים באפי ואשרכם בחמתי ואוריד לארץ נצחם חסדי אדוני אזכיר תהילות אדוני קהל כל אשר גמלנו אדוני ורב טוב לבית ישראל אשר גמלם חרמיו וחרוב חסדיו ויאמר אך עמי המה בנים לא ישקרו ויהי להם למושיע בכל דרכם לא צר ומלאך פניו הושיעם באהבתו ובחלמתו הוא גאלם וינדלם וינשם כל ימי עולם.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, tzur kol haolamim, sadik beho hadorot, ha'el ha'ne'eman, ha'omer ve'osech, ha'madaber umkayem, she'kol devarav emet v'tzedek, ne'eman atahu, Adonai Eloheinu, v'ne'emanim devarecha, Vedabar echad midvarecha, achor lo yashuv rekam, ki el melech ne'eman, v'hamav ata, baruch ata Adonai, ha'el ha'ne'eman, bechol devarav, Rahem al Zion, kinhim betayenu, vela aluvat nefesh, toshia bimhera, ve'amenu, baruch ata Adonai, mesameat Zion bevanecha, samheinu Adonai Eloheinu, beliachu chanavi avdecha, uvmalchu beit David, meshichecha, bimhera yavo, ve'algel libenu, al kiso lo yeshev zar, ve'lo yinhelut o ahirim, et kevodod, ki b'shem kochecha nishbata lo, shelo yikbene ro, leolam va'ed, baruch ata Adonai, Magen David, al haTorah, ve'al ha'avodah, ve'al ha'nevi'im, ve'al yom ha'shabbat, hazeh, shenatan lanu, Adonai Eloheinu, likdusha v'linuha, lechavod uftifaret, Al hakol Adonai Eloheinu Anachnu modim la Umarachim ota Yitbarach shimcha Befi kol hai tamid Leolam va'ed Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat.
Amen. What kind of candy did they throw at you in Vancouver?
I don't know, the jelly kosher kind.
Oh,
Probably.
it's probably from the same batch that they threw at her 5 months ago.
I made it in 1976.
That's right. That sounds about right.
Yeah.
So we want to say Yesher Koach to you again, Stella, for leading us in services. Stella is in 8th grade, and she shared with me that her favorite class so far this year is history, and she's also taking Spanish for the first time. So, and she'll also be chanting the blessings after the Haftorah on Yom Kippur for us. So we look forward to that. And Leora, we want to say a Yesher Koach to you as well. Leora, for those of you who don't know, Leora is a middle school English teacher at Milken Community School. And also she's not only a gifted, we hear she's like one of the best teachers. That's a rumor in my house. But not only is she a great teacher, but she's a valued member of our lay community. She served on the board. And her son, Ari, just did really, really well in a cross-country meet just 2 days ago. So I want to let you know that and wish you Yesher Koach. And I was really, really grateful that you shared your Haftarah with us this morning. Great. Okay. I thought the cantor was going to add. We're going to continue with a prayer for our country, which can be found on page 177, and then followed by a prayer for Israel on page 178. So please turn. I'm not sure either. Okay. We're going to read on page 177 towards the bottom of the page. May it be your will that our land be a blessing to all who dwell on earth, and may you cause all peoples to dwell in friendship and freedom. Speedily fulfill the vision of your prophets. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. For all of them, from the least of them to the greatest, shall know me. And let us say, Amen. And Aiden, who joined us here last night for Family Friday with his lovely wife, Laura, and their son, Eitan, he's going to lead us in the Tefillah for Medinat Yisrael, page 178.
אבינו שבשמיים, צור ישראל וגואלו, ברך את מדינת ישראל, שתהא ראשית צמיחתה גואלתנו, הגן עליה, בעברת חסדך ופרוש עליה סוכת שלומך, ושלח אורך ואמתך לראשיה, שריה ויועציה, ותקנם בעצה טובה מלפניך. חזק את ידי מגני הארץ קדושנו, והנחילם אלוהינו ישועה, והתרת ניצחון תעוטרם. ונתת שלום בארץ, ושמחת העולם ליושביה, ונאמר אמן.
And we certainly hope that it's a good year, a year of new things for you and your family. How does that sound, Eitan? Okay. And then also we hope that it's a year of peace in Israel, especially with the political tensions about to probably come to a head. We hope that everything resolves itself clearly and peacefully.
Just in time for that.
And that's right. And the cantor and I, you were wondering what we weren't having a disagreement. We were having a moment of wonder. I whispered to the cantor, we're not supposed to do Birchat HaChodesh today, but I'm not sure why. Because you usually make Birchat HaChodesh with the upcoming month, and the upcoming month is next week with Rosh Hashanah, but it's also the upcoming year. So for some reason, we don't make Birchat HaChodesh on the Shabbat in front of Rosh Hashanah, but we have like 6 rabbis here. Does anyone know why?
We have been blowing shofar every morning of Elul.
So many holidays. That seems like the reason that the rabbis would give, right? But it doesn't. Right, but it doesn't seem like a great. Did you buy that? You did. All right, good. You bought it. All right, good. All right. Listen, if it makes our service any shorter, although if I keep talking. All right, yes, Cantor, please.
We have been blowing shofar every morning of Elul.
That's right, good.
So we certainly know that
but if you're Sephardic, you haven't. Oh, no, you have. Yes, you have. You just take slichot later.
You've been
Every
saying
day.
slichot, and
Okay, right.
and certainly from tonight, although it's different depending on the calendar of that year, but tonight is slichot, and starting tomorrow morning in Minyan, we add slichot.
Slichot.
We start tomorrow.
Tomorrow, but the Sephardim have been doing it for the whole month. You're ahead of us in so many ways, it's not even to be believed. Better food, better philosophy, better science.
Rice.
Rice on Pesach. It's all good to be Sephardic. Okay, we all want to be Sephardic. We're going to continue with Ashrei, page 181. Ashrei, page 181.
Ashrei yoshvei veitecha od yalelucha sela shem shekachalo shem shadonai Elohav teila leDavid aromim chalei lemach v'avachashim chalei olam va'ed b'chol yom avrachai chalei alashim chalei olam. הנה יכול לך יסבר אותם, פותח את ידיך ומשפיע בכל חי רצון צדיק עיני בכל דרך וחסי בכל מצב קרוב עיני לכל קרבו. תהילת אדוני ידבר פיו ויברך כל בשר שם קודשו לעולם ועד ואנחנו נברך יה מעתה ועד עולם. Hallelujah.
I need my friend Shia to please come up to the to the ark. Okay, Shia, come with me. And we'll ask everyone to please rise as the Sefer Torah is returned to the ark. Yeah, we'll take it around. Yeah. Good.
יהללו את שם אדוני, כי נשגב שמו לבדו, הודו על ארץ ושמיים, וירם קרן לימו, תהילה לכל חסידיו, לבני ישראל עם קרובו. הללויה, הללויה, מזמור לדוד, הבו לאדוני בני אלים, הבו לאדוני כבוד ועוז, הבו לאדוני כבוד שמו, השתחוו לאדוני בהדרת קודש, כל אדוני על המים, אל הכבוד ירים, אדוני על מים רבים, כל אדוני בכוח, כל אדוני בהדר, כל אדוני שובר ארזים, וישבר אדוני את ארזי הלבנון, וירקידם כמו עגל, לבנון וסריון, כמו בן רעמים. כל אדוני חוצב להבות אש, כל אדוני יחיל מדבר, יחיל אדוני מדבר חדש, כל אדוני וינסוף יערון ובהיכלו ולא אומר כבוד. אדוני למבול ישב וישב אדוני מלך לעולם, אדוני עוז לימו ייתן, אדוני יברך את עמו בשלום ובנוחו יאמר. שוב אדוני רפואת הפעיס פוקם. עץ חיים היא למחזיקים בה ותומכיה מיושר, דרכיה דרכי נועם וכל נתיבותיה Shalom Hashivenu Adonai Elecha v'nashuva Hadesh Yameinu Hadesh Yameinu Kekedem.
This morning we have the privilege of hearing from the proud Saba, from the proud grandfather, and our darshan this morning is Mel Aronoff. Finn, you're not allowed to cry during this one. Yeah, you are. You can do whatever you want, pretty much. It's okay. Mel, where are you?
Finn is not up here with me only because I knew that he would not be able to upstage our wonderful cantor, but he would upstage me for sure. George Orwell, in his novel 1984, written in 1949, coined the phrase the thought police. The thought police were the secret police of the totalitarian superstate Oceania. They were charged with the discovery and punishment of thought crimes, that is, both personal and political thoughts unapproved by the regime. Dictatorships often seek to suppress speech, which might challenge their power. The leaders of China are the current largest and most powerful exemplars of this. Does our sacred Torah share such an attitude? In the first of the two parashiyot which we read today, the first parsha is Nitzavim, and it was read for Shlishi, the portions that I'm going to talk about today in the very first chapter of Nitzavim that we read today. It follows previous sedras which highlighted multiple blessings and sins with their respective rewards and punishments. As in any nonfiction book's epilogue, we see a summing up of what went before, including the emphasis of what will be the important takeaways. A pasuk in Nitzavim contains a challenging formulation when it says the following: Pen yesh bachem ish o isha u'mishpacha o shevet asher levavo foneh hayom me'im Adonai Eloheinu lalechet lavod Elohei hagoyim hahem. Perchance there is among you some man or woman or some clan or tribe whose heart is even now turning away from our God Adonai to go and worship the gods of those nations. Perchance there is among you other problems and things that are going to be poisonous to the existence of the people. Vayabishim o et divrei ha'ala hazot v'itbarech b'lvavo lemor shalom yiyeh li ki b'shurirut libi elech Lamans fought harava et hatzmeah. When hearing the words of these sanctions, they may imagine a special immunity, thinking, I shall be safe, though I follow my own willful heart to the utter ruin. Lo yoaveh Adonai saloach lo ki az yashan af Adonai v'kinato ba'ish hahu v'ravtza bo kol ha'alah ha'ktuva b'sefer hazeh. Adonai will never forgive that party. Rather, Adonai's anger and passion will rage against them till every sanction recorded in this book comes down upon them, and Adonai blots out their name from under heaven. So these passages suggest that those who have committed sins of mere thought will be faced with severe divine punishment. Is that the same thing as being subject to the punishment by the thought police? Although the details of the actions of such violators are not explicitly stated, there's a strong implication that the sense of immunity from punishment means that the sins were actually and actively performed. Further, since the punishment is not commanded to be exacted by the people against those whom committed the offense, it is left to punishment from the heavens. The language of the Lord's fury suggests why that which started in private thoughts inevitably resulted in breaking the covenant through idol worship. The biblical viewpoint is clear. Idol worshipers have opted out of the Israelite peoplehood. Having left the religious and legal codes of their ancestors, those rebels have not only abandoned their people and its traditions, but by influencing others have become representatives of unforgivable evil, worthy of the unrelenting wrath of God. Thus, unlike authoritarians of modern times and despotic tyrants of antiquity, merely thinking dangerous thoughts would not be subject to punishment, but acting on them is unconscionable within the framework of Jewish law. That does not mean that thoughts leading to speech which incites violence or violations of the covenant is acceptable to the Torah. Very much to the contrary. Rabbi Elliot Dorff, in a 2019 responsa, Tshuva, dealing with harmful speech, references the passages that I cited above to make the following point, and this is a quote from the Tshuva. In some current cases, the problem is different from what the Torah in the above-cited passage is concerned about. Not that people try to convert fellow Jews to idolatry, but rather that demagogues lure people to strike out at people of other faiths. Such rabble-rousers induce people to harm people of skin colors or economic or ethnic backgrounds different from their own. We may no longer be stoning people for this transgression, but enticing or inciting people to do something blatantly wrong, such as to hate and harm other people who have done nothing wrong, and thus to produce violence in society against innocent people, is roundly condemned by this passage of the Torah, by Maimonides, and by the underlying theological and moral concepts that he talked about at the beginning of the responsum, whoever the target person or group of such enticement is. An example of such violent incitement made the news a few days ago. This past week, there were repugnant and directly anti-Jewish comments made by the head of the Palestinian Authority, translated from a speech given last month. Mahmoud Abbas found that Hitler was justified in the genocide of the Shoah due to the evil actions of the Jewish people relating to money lending and usury. He also employed the discredited claim that European Ashkenazi Jews were not really Semites, so Hitler was not really anti-Semitic. This language by the supposedly moderate leader of the PA, an organization which also makes payments for slayers of Jews, is a clear incitement to violence. His statements have been widely condemned in the Western world. Our old friend Deborah Lipstadt, who is now the special envoy to monitor and combat anti-Semitism in the U.S. administration, slammed the, quote, hateful anti-Semitic remarks, close quotes, made by Abbas in his speech last month to his Fatah party's Revolutionary Council. Lipstadt wrote on X that, quote, the speech maligned the Jewish people, distorted the Holocaust, and misrepresented the tragic exodus of Jews from Arab countries. This is the dark side of the Torah's narrative. Everyone mentioned in these passages are sinners, and the divine retribution is grave. That is also Orwell's world. However, the fight against evil anticipates a successful extirpation of malign forces, as detailed in the narratives of the Tanakh. We should then turn to an ultimately more sanguine literary echo of our people in the unlikely pages of Tolkien's Lord of the Rings. Rabbi Meir Soloveichik, in a recent Wall Street Journal column, referred to the Lord of the Rings as Tolkien's biblical epic. Starting with the war against Amalek, the Torah enjoins us to take as the mission of the Jewish people to oppose evil powers and groups. The fantasy author, a devout Catholic, knew his Hebrew Bible well. Soloveitchik writes that, quote, the reality and consistency of human sin described in Genesis is a central theme throughout Tolkien's books. The analysis continues as follows. The moral fragility of humanity is made manifest in the ways that some characters give in to those temptations, yet others are able to resist them. Redemption ultimately comes to Middle-earth through Aragorn, the descendant of a long-lost line of kings, a clear reference to the biblical story of David and to Isaiah's guarantee that David's heir will one day redeem the world. Christians like Tolkien identify this prophesied descendant as Jesus, though Aragorn more closely resembles the Jewish conception of the Messiah as a great warrior king. The Bible asks us to see history through the lens of both providence and power, as events reflect the tension between human choice and divine intervention. Spoiler alert for those who have neither seen the movies nor read the books. The Lord of the Rings has the humble Frodo eventually prevail as he tosses the ring into a fiery pit, which ring previously gave rise to the ultimate control and power of the evil Sauron. That enables the good and wise warrior Aragorn to take his place as a ruler of Middle-earth. Likewise, the shepherd boy David flings a fatal stone at the wicked Goliath, ending the Philistine predations of the time. As we all know, King David, in the end of his life, having conquered the threatening kingdoms in the area, ushered in a time of peace which frees his son, King Solomon, to build and establish the Beit HaMikdash, the first temple. King David's triumphs and challenges as he establishes a united kingdom with Jerusalem as its capital is recounted in the second book of Samuel. We still sing at joyous occasions, David Melech Yisrael, Chai v'Kayam. David, King of Israel, lives and flourishes. Rabbi Soloveitchik, in comparing the biblical world to the fantasy novel, finds the following commonality. Faithful Jews and Christians believe in different ways in the ultimate return of the king. But we also believe that we are called to live courageously in a world where that has not yet occurred. Thus, we can see how the Torah teaches us how doing evil by abandoning our people, its observances and rules, and instead following one's heart in such a direction may result in the loss of everything found before in the 5 books of Moses, culminating in joining with idolatry and the evil seen in such a world. Instead, we must not only see to it that our people survive and thrive through the combination of Torah, mitzvot, and good deeds, but to fight the evil which has sought our destruction. Only then will we be worthy of the land of Israel and our continued identity as a people through adhering to the sacred commandments. Shabbat Shalom.
We want to thank Mel for so masterfully weaving so much into that message, from Orwell to Tolkien to the Deuteronomistic text and the story of David and Samuel, really, and rightfully pointing out Abbas's comments this past that were recorded this past week. So we want to thank Mel for really for giving us a master class on how to weave together so much into a beautiful Devar Torah. Thank you very much, Mel. We're going to continue with the Musaf service, which can be found beginning on page 184. Page 184.
Yitgadal v'yitgadash Shemei Rabbah Beyalma divrach chirutei v'yamlich malchutei v'chayechon uvyomechon uvchayedecha beit Yisrael bagala uvisman kariv ve'imeru amen. Yesh merabba mevorach leolam uleolamei omayam yitbarach ve'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh Ve'yitadar ve'yitale v'yitalal shmei dekudesha brichu le'ela min kol birchata כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דאמירן ביעלמה. ויאמרו, ויאמרו, ויאמרו אמן. ויאמרו, ויאמרו, ויאמרו amen.
Please rise. The Musaf Amidah begins on page 185. Let's join together with the cantor, page 185.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avoteinu v'Imotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak v'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel v'Elohei Leah Ha'el Agadol Agibor ve'Anora El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim Vekonei Akol Vezocher Chasdei Avot Ve'imahot Umevi Goel Livnei V'neihem Lema'an Shemo Ve'ahava Melech Ozer Ufoked Umoshia Umagen Baruch Atah Adonai Magen Avraham ufoked Sarah. Ata gibor leolam Adonai. Mechayim metim ata rav lehoshia. Mechalkel chayim bechesed. Mechayim metim berachamim rabim. Somech noflim verofe cholim. Umatir asurim. Umekayem emunato lishenei afar michamocha ba'al gevurot umido melach melech memit umechaye umatzmiach Yeshua v'ne'eman ata lachayot metim baruch ata Adonai Mechayei ametim na'aritzecha v'nakdishcha kesod siach sarfei kodesh hamakdishim shimcha bakodesh kakatuv al yad neviecha v'kara ze el ze ve'yamar Kadosh, 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 Adonai Tzvaot, Meloch ol haaretz kevodo, Kvodo malei olam, Meshartav shoalim ze lazeh, Aye mekom kevodo, Leumatam Baruch Yomeru, Baruch kevod Adonai, Mimekomo. Mimkomo hu yifen perachamim v'yachonam hamyachadim shemo erev v'avoker bechol yom tamid pamayim pamayim be'ahava Shema Omrim, Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad Hu Eloheinu, Hu Avinu, Hu Malkeinu, Hu Moshienu, Vehu Yashmienu, Pirachamav Shenit Leyene Kol Chai Liot Lachem Lelohim Ani Adonai Elohechem Uvdivrei Kodshecha Katuv Lemor Yimloch Adonai Leolam Elohayich Tzion Ledor vador. Hallelujah. Ledor vador nagid godlecha ulenetzach netzachim kedushatcha nakdish veshivchacha lo'enu mipinu lo yamush leolam va'ed ki el melech gadol v'kadosh ata baruch ata Adonai ha'el hakadosh. Dikanta Shabbat. Yitkana v'yitkara shemei Rabbah B'yoma divra kirutevim lichmagodei b'chayachon v'imechon v'chaydocho b'ed Yisrael ba'agala v'isman kariv imeru Amen Yehi shmei Rabbah mevorach li'olam li'omei omayayit Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yipor v'yiturma minaseh v'yitadar v'yitalel v'yitalel shmei dekudesha Brichu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbchata v'nechamata damiram b'yoma v'imeru Amen. Titkabel tzloton uvalton d'chol Yisrael kodam avon v'yishmaya v'yimeru. Amen. Yesh lam rabba min shemaya v'chaim aleinu v'kol Yisrael v'yimeru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu v'kol Yisrael v'kol yoshvei tevel v'yimeru. Amen.
Let's join together. Ein Keloheinu, page 204.
Ein Keloheinu, Ein Kadonenu, Ein Kemalkeinu, Ein Kemoshienu, Yambaradai lai 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 lai, Yambaradai lai 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 lai, Yalla lai 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 lai, Yalla lai 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 lai, Mi Keloheinu, Mi Kadonenu, Mi Kemalkeinu, Mi Kemoshienu, Yambala lai 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 lai, Yambala lai 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 lai, Yalla lai 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 lai, Yambala lai 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 lai, No del Eloheinu, No del Adonenu, No del Emalkeinu, No del Moshienu, Yambala lai 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 lai, Yambala lai 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 lai, Yalla lai 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 lai, Yalla lai 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 lai, Baruch Eloheinu, Baruch Adonenu, Baruch Malkeinu, Baruch Moshienu, Yalla lai 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 lai, Yalla lai 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 lai, Yalla lai 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 lai, Yalla lai lai lai, Atahu Eloheinu, Atahu Adonenu, Atahu Malkeinu, Atahu Moshienu, Yalla lai 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 lai, Yalla lai 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 lai, Yalla lai 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 lai, Yalla lai lai lai.
Please rise for Aleinu, page 205.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'Adon hakol, latet gedula liotzer breshit, shelo asanu kegoyei haratzot, velo samanu kemishpachot ha'adama, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל עמונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסד הארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו בגובה מרומים. הוא אלוהינו אין עוד, אמת מלכנו אפס זולתו, ככתוב בתורתו, וידעת היום והשבות אל לבבך, כי אדוני בשמיים ממעל, ועל הארץ מתחת, אין עוד. על כן נקווה לך, אדוני אלוהינו לראות מרבי בית וזכות נאמין. ככתוב בתורתך, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
In love, we recall those who no longer walk this earth, and we are grateful to God for the gift of their lives and for the cherished memories that never fade. This week, we as a congregational community continue to mark the 30 days since the passing of Leslie Mahana, Helen Bialik, and David Green. And to you, Gilda, and your entire family, we say, Hamakom Yenechem Etchem B'tok Sharei Avlei Tzion V'Yerushalayim. May God continue to grant you comfort amongst the mourners of Zion in Jerusalem, and may that comfort be felt in the support of your loving family and also loving community, as well as the kind pictures that reflect the essence of David's soul and the life that he lived. This coming week, we'll observe the yurtzites of Louis Klapoff, Max Gandel, Max Kagan, Alan Wagoda, Susan Bettman, Nancy Edlin, Pauline Keffer, Dana Schornstein, Fred Phillips, Dorothy Razis, Sylvia Silver, Bernice Spivak, Anna Waldow, Sylvia Zimring, Ruth Aftergut, Charles Bennett, Sarah Borer, Earl Cunningham, Celia Horowitz, Anna Sable, Ernest Abraham, Genya Horowitz, Sharon Mann Moranis, Joseph Pricer, Harriet Slomiak, Celia Tarlow, Theodore Chernotsky, Elaine Dozeritz, Shirley Garfinkel, Philip Landau, Tib Pollack, Mary Schlesinger, Nathan Toby, Paul Wellen, Jeffrey Wynn, Sylvia Zipperman, Leah Adler, Tessie Barak, Samuel Block, Jean Levine, Helen Shapiro, Jeffrey Bowman, Dr. Alan Porter, Jeanette Sobel, and Gail Touch. Is there someone else observing a yurtzeit for someone that I neglected to mention? Okay, we'd like to ask those of you who are in mourning or observing a yurtzeit to please rise as we sanctify God's name with the words of Mourner's Kaddish on page 207. Page 207. Yit gadal v'yit kadash shemei rabbah b'yalma divra kirute v'yamlich malchute b'chayechon uvyamechon uvchayei dechol beit Yisrael ba'agala uvizman kari v'imru amen. Yehi shmei rabba mevarach le'olam almei almaya. Yit barach v'yishtabach v'yipa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudisha b'richu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, damiran bi'alma v'imru, amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'al kol yoshvei tevel, v'imru, amen. And may the memories of our loved ones be a source of comfort and blessing, and let us all say, amen. It wasn't enough that we gave Adam the lion's share of the Torah reading this morning, but he is also going to offer the announcements. Is that true?
True.
Okay. So this is the turn it over to you.
Yeah, just for a couple seconds.
All right, there you go. Okay.
Good time.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom, everyone.
I stole your Shabbat shalom.
It's okay. Shana Tova.
There you go.
Okay, I was the first. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Adat Ariel. Shabbat shalom. Great to see everyone here today. Please join us after services in the lobby outside for a light kiddush. I'd like to thank all those who participated in our services today. Our darshan was Mel Aronoff. Our Torah readers, Cantor Judy Dubin Aronoff and Adam Spiegel. Haftorah was chanted by Leora Smith. Our Aliyah coordinator was Warren Trauman. Gabayim were Robert Sachs and Joette Lavenger. Greeters, Carmi Monsher and past President Jill Lasker. Shachrit, we had Professor Shachrit, right? Ms. Pankowski, great job today. Couple quick announcements. Tomorrow, September 10th at 4:45 in the Deber Chapel. Please join Student Rabbi Jill Gold-Wright tomorrow for study, meditation, poetry, and a discussion. Let's get ready for the new year together. And of course, RSVPs are not required. The day after, Monday, September 11th, between 3 p.m. and 6 p.m. here on our campus, we're all going to get together for the Welcome to the Jungle Party that was delayed due to Hurricane Hillary. There will be a community event here at Adat Ariel, and members will be representing all the programs that we offer. You can ask questions, sign up for committees and classes, and just all around schmooze with friends. There'll be plenty of fun activities and food from Cafe Adat by Gina Feeds. Otherwise, if you have any questions about any of our programs or sponsoring a Shabbat Kiddush, please reach out to Liron DeVere in our synagogue offices. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. In case we weren't thinking about how close Rosh Hashanah is, tonight is Slichot. And as Rabbi Schuldenfrei said, we're going to be going with, I forgot the name of the show, Ramat Zion in Northridge. You should have received an email on Wednesday reminding you of that event. And what's going to happen is that 5 o'clock this afternoon, Ramat Zion will be having kind of like a fun get-together gathering with games and schmoozing, and they're going to provide some snacks. If you want to go that time, you can take a dairy dinner with you, and they'll provide the dessert and the drinks. After that, at 6 o'clock is Mincha, and after that will be a drumming circle, Slichot experience, which will combine music from the Yamim Noraim, from the holidays, and percussion. And then at 8 o'clock this evening, 7:45 Havdalah, and then at 8 o'clock this evening, the traditional Slichot will begin with choir, rabbis, chazanim, all together as part of the community. So, join us.
I want to thank Rabbi Alexander for leading the charge and organizing this program with our friends at Ramat Zion. And I want to also thank Jill for organizing the class. If you haven't had a chance to spend some time with Jill, come tomorrow evening. It promises to be really a special opportunity to learn Torah. I also want to thank Rabbi Alexander for, it really put a smile on my face that we're having we're being really more thoughtful in terms of how to make our renewed space welcoming to people of different ages, including the smallest members of our community, and really all the new cute toys and books and everything, and the Shabbat sacks are all really Rabbi Alexander's initiative, and so we're really very grateful to her for that. Hi there, Finn. Hey, buddy. He was just like kind of like waving and relaxing, so I decided to say hello to him. And next week is Rosh Hashanah, so we hope that you're all squared away with your tickets. People have asked, you just one ticket, you come in and you go wherever you'd like. You could switch places, you could experiment, you can go back and forth on Erev Rosh Hashanah. Yay, Finn likes that idea. Erev Rosh Hashanah, there's a traditional service in the sanctuary, and then there's a Rosh Hashanah under the stars, and also in Kol Nidre. And then on the mornings, there is a study session, a study minyan with Rabbi Alexander, as well as Stuart Zimmering, in the traditional, but different service this year in the sanctuary. And then the second day of Rosh Hashanah, Camp Rosh Hashanah. If you haven't RSVP'd yet, please do us the favor of RSVPing. It really makes it a program that like this requires a lot of effort, and knowing that you're coming makes it a lot easier for us. So we'd love to have everyone, really people of all ages are welcome to Camp Rosh Hashanah next Sunday, so a week from tomorrow. And we look forward to celebrating the holidays. If you know of someone who, how about this? If you know of someone also who has been on strike and because of that is finding it difficult, please let me know and we can arrange something to help them for the high holidays. We'd love for them to be here. If you know of someone who's experiencing other types of hardship, please let us know. We want Jews to be in synagogue on the holidays. That is a value that I think we all uphold. What else we got? Okay. Stella, can you come on up here? And Finn, come on up here too, because you're cute and we want them to be up here. Okay, and everyone please rise. And Mandy. Oh, and Mandy Pankowski is here. Mandy is the ECC Assistant Director Extraordinaire, and Mandy and Shelby and Yael have just done an extraordinary job. Really, this year has started off with such great energy at the ECC, with enthusiasm and just love and dedication. So we want to thank Mandy. Mandy, why don't you come on up so you can know? And we want to thank her and the leadership team at the ECC. And yeah, you guys can come on up too. Basically, anyone who wants to come up can come up. Yeah, come on up. You guys are going to help us? Come on, Shaya, come on up. We need help holding the challah. Alana, come on, help me. Stella, come on. Here, everyone, come a little closer. Okay, just be careful. Oh yeah, we're just going to do Donald too.
He didn't remember O'Donnell.
Yeah.
We're gonna do O'Donnell first.
O'Donnell first.
We'll do O'Donnell first. Yeah.
Do I hold this?
200
Yeah. 200, and you don't even have the right page here, Rabbi. It's 211.
211.
There you
All right.
go. Here, you get started. You started.
First.
1, 2, 3, 4. Adon. Oh no, we're gonna do Adon Olam Asher Malach V'Terem Kol Yitzir Nivra Li'ei Nasa V'Chefzocho Azai Melech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam V'Acharei Kitlot HaKol Levadado Yiloch Nora Adon Olam Vehu Haya Vehu Hove Vehu Yeh B'Tifara Adon Olam Adon Olam Asher Malach B'Terem Kol Yitzir Nivra Li'ei Nasa B'Chefzof Kol Azai Melech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam Vehu Echad V'Ein Sheni Leham Shilo Lehabira Adon Olam Beli Rishid Beli Talit V'lo Ha'oz V'Hamisra Adon Olam Asher Malach
בטרם כל יציר נברא, לי אין נשא, וחסו כל, אזי מלך שמו נקרא אדון עולם, והוא נבלי וחי גואלי, בצור חביל שיהיה צרה אדון עולם, והוא ניסי ומנוסי, מן הכוסים ביום נקרא אדון עולם, אדון עולם, אשר מלך, וטרם כל יציר נברא, לי עת נשא, בחסו כל, אזי מלך שמו נקרא אדון עולם, בידו הפקיד רוחי, בעת תישן וירא אדון עולם, ואם רוחי גווייתי, אדון עלי ולא ירא אדון עולם, אדון עולם, אשר מלך, בטרם כל יציר נברא, לי עת נשא, וחסוב כל, אזי מלך שמו נקרא אדון עולם.
Al Kim Berach Adonai Yom HaShabbat B'Yikadshehu Savri.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, olam borei peri hagafen.
Amen. Drink up, girl.
Drink up.
You have to drink. At
have to
least a
drink some
sip.
of it.
At least a sip.
I'm gonna give it to your mom. Mom will chug the rest. Oh, she doesn't. Okay.
Okay, here.
Shia,
Let's put
we
this
need
down.
help washing your hands. Okay. Shia, step forward, please. Push your hands over here. All right. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Great. Hold that for a second. Okay, Shia, let's need the blessing. You ready? Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kirishanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al netilat yadayim. Okay. Where's my friend Alana? Alana, we need help with hamotzi. Can you help us with, and can we have everyone help us with hamotzi? Do you want to help us with hamotzi? All right, come on over here. We have where's the other microphone? All right, come over here. Everyone's giving us hamotzi. Come over here. Okay, pick it up. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Hamotzi lechem min haaretz. We give thanks to God for challah. Our voices join in happy chorus as our prayer is humbly said.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz b'tei avon.
Amen. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat, 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 Shabbat.
You want to do it? No? You don't want to do it? Bim bum?
Bum.
Let it go?